Welcome guys, this is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. Today we are going to talk about 4 of my favorite exercise bikes that I think if you are looking for a home bike for your gym, absolutely listen to this video, watch this video, get the details of my top 4 picks. However, if you want more options, go to garagegymreviews.com. We have the best exercise bike options. We have 11 different options that have been tested and tried by our expert team. So be sure to check out that link. We'll place it below in the description. All in all, I have 4 here. I have 2 magnetic resistant bikes, and then I have 2 air resistance bikes. I have used all of these at length, and I do have a favorite, which I am going to let you know. But first, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, and if you want to see videos like this, be sure to subscribe, be sure to like, be sure to interact with this video. It's super helpful. Also, if you want to go ahead and purchase any of the bikes that we talk about, we have made it super easy. Place a link below the like button. When you use that link, it doesn't cost you anything extra. And lastly, a lot of these bikes were sent to us by companies. However, that doesn't change my honest opinion. This is an honest review. I am transparent in all my videos, and I do have a couple call outs, even though these are some of my favorite bikes. Okay, so first, let's talk about the NordicTrack X24. This is the successor to their S22i. I love the S22i. I think this one is even better. It comes with iFit programming. iFit programming is some of the best programming that I think you could find. I think that that is a reason that this bike is a quality bike to choose from. I mean, iFit programming is a monthly subscription. It is going to cost you $39 a month. However, they have a ton of different training modalities, over 10,000 different types of exercises in their library that you can choose from. It comes with unlimited users on a user profile. All in all, if you want to do HIIT workouts, you want to do yoga, you want to take biking classes, running classes, like iFit programming honestly has it all. One of the things I like about this bike is if you go ahead, you subscribe to their programming, you use the bike programming on the bike, it has a pivoting 24-inch touchscreen, so you can go ahead, pivot that screen around. You can follow along with the classes off of the bike, so you don't have to have any sort of extra like iPad or TV in order to see the iFit classes. It kind of comes all in one. However, if you want to go ahead and download the app to your iPhone or your iPad, you can do that as well. Now, the X24 also has a lot of adjustments within this bike, so you can go ahead and raise the seat, you can move it side to side, you can go ahead and raise the handlebars. I really like the placement of the handlebars on this bike. Gives you a lot of different options like you see with a typical studio cycle bike. Okay, so one call out that I do have to this bike, the saddle is not the most comfortable. And this has kind of been a common complaint. I think that if you are used to a studio cycle bike, you are used to a typical exercise bike saddle, then it might not be the end of the world. Just know going in, if you are not used to it, it's definitely not the most comfortable seat. With this X24, it also comes with dual pedals, so you can go ahead and use SPD clips or tennis shoes and use the cage toe box function, giving you a little bit of versatility within that bike. Now, the entire bike weighs 205 pounds. It is a little bit top heavy because of that massive touchscreen, but that massive touchscreen also comes with quality speakers. I love the music on the iFit programming. You can go ahead and mute the music. You can go ahead and mute the instructor. You can change it up and mix it however you want to best use it. I think that it is super smart, but no going in, it is not the easiest to move because of that top heaviness of the bike itself. Now, the measurements on this are 56.4 inches in length, 21.8 inches wide, and then 62.7 inches high. It comes with 24 levels of quiet magnetic resistance. Honestly, super quiet bike, super smooth, and built really well. Now, the user weight capacity on this is 350 pounds, and then it comes with a 10-year warranty on the frame, 2 years on parts, and then 1 year on labor. Overall, if you are looking for a well-built, super smooth, super sturdy bike that has a lot of fun programming in it, and then also it's just a quality touchscreen, pivots, it's comfortable handlebars. I mean, there's so much good about this bike. I think it's probably one of my favorite bikes overall in terms of a magnetic resistance bike. Be sure to look for more information on our website for that X24 bike by NordicTrack. Okay, so the next one, and this is hands down my favorite bike. It is one that I use most often. It is the Concept 2 Bike Erg. I think that this is a quad burner. If you are looking for a bike to just basically destroy your legs, hands down, like this is the one to use. I do so much cycling on this bike. I either do like zone 2, I do sprints, I do intervals. There is so much that you can do on this bike erg. Now it is incredibly smooth while riding it, but just know going in, because it is air resistance, it is going to be a little bit louder. When we went ahead and measured the decibels, it's 75.2 decibels of sound, so it's going to be a lot louder than something like a magnetic resistance bike. With the Concept 2, there's a couple things I really like about it. One, I love that there is a damper setting that basically is going to create that resistance. So you have 1 to 10 levels. Depending on where you put it, that's going to kind of manage the resistance that you are pedaling with. Another thing I really like about this is how easy it is to change the seat. So if you are doing a partner workout and you and your partner are very different heights, then you can go ahead, easily change the height seat within like 10 seconds, making it a quick transition for you and your partner to use. Also, the seat on this is much more comfortable than something like the X24 bike that we previously talked about. Overall, I think that is a super comfortable bike. It doesn't have as many handlebar options like we see with NordicTrack, but you do have a couple. I think that they are well placed. They are coated with this nice padding, really comfortable to use. And then the other thing I want to mention about this bike erg is it comes with the similar screen to what we find with the Concept 2 row erg. So it is that PM5 monitor. Now there isn't any sort of external programming that you can use with this, but there are a couple built-in programming options that you can go ahead and use within that PM5 monitor. But the PM5 monitor, I think, is one of the best. It's going to show you all of your metrics, your watts, your power output, your calories, your distance. I mean, it gives you so much information. It's easy to use. It's well designed. I think in my book, like if you are looking for some bike that is just going to destroy your legs, is easy, it's portable, it's lightweight. I mean, this is one of my favorites. Couple other things with this bike erg, the measurements on this are 48 inches long, 24 inches wide, and then 41 inches high. The user weight capacity on this is 300 pounds. It comes with a 5-year warranty on the frame, and then it's going to cost you $1,100. Okay, so the Peloton bike, the reason I have put this in here is because of its programming. Yes, I still think it's one of the best studio cycle bikes, but the bike isn't the huge selling point, at least for me. It's the programming. I think that Peloton programming is actually probably the best. I think iFit is very close. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I kind of always say that, and it hasn't changed. Like iFit's almost there. Peloton is the best. Now, no going in, Peloton is expensive. It's going to cost you $44 a month for that monthly subscription, but they have some of the best classes. The other thing very similar to the X24 is you can go ahead and use the programming both on and off the bike. So if you want to go ahead and take their biking classes, you can use it on the bike. One thing to note though is that you can't use regular tennis shoes like we see with the X24 by NordicTrack. You have to have Delta compatible shoes. You can buy them off the Peloton website at $125, or go ahead and get any sort of Delta compatible biking shoes with clips and use it that way. The user weight capacity on this is 297 pounds, so not quite industry standard, but just close enough, but just about there. And then it can fit users up to 6 feet 4 inches on this bike very comfortably. Similar to the X24, the saddle on the Peloton, not the most comfortable. However, again, like it's not that different than if you are used to doing a studio cycle bike. With the Peloton, it has 100 levels of adjustable magnetic resistance, making it really easy for you to just incrementally change your resistance, build up over time. You can follow along with the guided classes and use the resistance that way. It's just by a simple knob. There's really nothing fancy about it. The big selling points to this bike is that the programming is so solid, it's so good, and then the bike is ultra smooth and ultra quiet. Now the bike is a little bit heavier, weighing 135 pounds. It does have wheels, it is movable, but again, it has that 21.5 inch touchscreen, making it a little bit top heavy, so just be really aware when you are moving your bike. It comes with a 12-year warranty, and then the bike cost is $1,445, but keep in mind, you're still gonna have to pay that additional $44 a month in order to use the programming. However, it's cheaper than a gym cost, like $44 a month. You have your bike, you have your programming within the Peloton. If you are somebody who's just looking to work out at home, this is a really good option. Okay, last bike I wanna mention is the Rogue Echo. I hate this bike. I hate it so much, but only because it is so good at its job. Like if you are looking to die on a bike, this is hands down the one to choose. It is overbuilt. I mean, this thing is basically bulletproof. It's going to last you for years and years and years. It is made from a powder coated steel. It is robust. It is heavy. It is smooth. Now it is a little bit louder because it is pulling in that air resistance. Different than the Biker, this does not have a damper setting. It's basically one level of resistance the entire time you are using it. Now we tested the felt weight on this bike using a luggage scale. So it's going to weigh about 41 pounds, at least for fuel weight when you are moving this bike. I still think this is a super easy bike to move, even though it is such a tank. Like most air resistance bikes, it is a little bit noisier. So when we tested it at its highest level, it was 76.3 sound decibels. So it's going to be a lot louder than something like the NordicTrack X24 or even the Peloton using that magnetic resistance, because this is an air bike. Now the belt drive makes for a super challenging workout. It essentially is going to take a little bit longer in order to get going, and it is going to keep that resistance the whole time. So something like the Row Erg, you can kind of rack up calories at the end because it's going to continue to go. When you stop on the Echo, it basically just stops. There's no more calorie allowance. You can't cheat the system at all. Like, it is so good at what it does. The resistance is there the entire time. It is super smooth. I would say it is a little bit louder, but for me, it really doesn't bother me that much. It includes an LCD screen that's going to show you all of your metrics. So your calories, your distance, your heart rate if you connect to the Bluetooth and use a heart rate monitoring strap, and a couple other things. It does have a few pre-programmed workouts within the bike, and then it does allow you to connect through Bluetooth to other cycling apps, something like Zwift or things of that nature. It comes with an adjustable seat, so 5 different levels, or then 5 different levels front to back. So you're really able to get a really good fit for you. I would also say that the saddle on this is really comfortable. Probably the most comfortable saddle that I have mentioned today. It's a little bit wider, it has a little bit more foam, just a lot more comfortable to use than some of the other previous bikes we've talked about. Now the length on this is 55 inches overall. The width is 29.5 inches, and then the footprint overall is 44.5 by 23.75. The weight on this bike is 123 pounds, but keep in mind, it only feels like you're moving around about 41 pounds. It has a weight capacity of 330 pounds, so more than all the other bikes that we have mentioned so far today. And then the warranty on this is a 2-year warranty. The entire bike only costs $895. So here's kind of my breakdown. For me personally, for my style of training, I love the Concept 2. If you are looking for a really good quality bike that's a magnetic resistance that offers good programming, I'd probably pick the NordicTrack X24. Let me know what you guys think about these bikes in the comments below. Let me know if you have another suggestion of a bike that you want me to review. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews.